Rami Khouri is a senior fellow and professor at the American University of Beirut. He joins us from the Lebanese capital. We appreciate your time. With the way that religion is politicized in a way that it shouldn't, but people's faith and religion have been politicized for so long, what do you think is weighing on the minds of Muslims who are in Saudi Arabia right now?
The Muslims in Saudi Arabia performing the Hajj are doing their religious duty, showing their devotion to God and their Islamic principles that drive them as good Muslims. Then these are the same principles that drive good Christians and Jews: justice, mercy, tolerance, take care of your family, be good to your neighbors. These are all universal Abrahamic values, and the pilgrimage is a way to reaffirm one's commitment to God and to those values. There's a really distinct process going on in the Hajj from what's going on in Jerusalem. In Jerusalem, what you're seeing is the Muslims who are denied their normal political and civil and national rights and their human rights by the Israeli occupation, turning to religion as their last source of protection. The political leadership of the Palestinians has failed them, and therefore the religious symbols in Jerusalem in particular, the Aqsa mosques, the Dome of the Rock, and others, have taken on great political and nationalist values.
So you're saying it's something that they cling to even more?
Yes. Normally they would see them as religious places and religious symbols. But in the situation they're in now, the Palestinians in Jerusalem in particular, and the West Bank and Gaza as a whole, are in such a difficult situation, suffering so badly under occupation and siege, that the religious affirmation of their collective identity, their belonging to that land, their future rights, human and political and national rights, those become instilled in religious monuments and religious places. This is human nature. It happens all over the world. We saw this in the civil rights movement in the United States and many other places where the religious leaderships take on a political role. And remember, Jesus, Muhammad, and Moses were very political individuals. They challenged the political oppression of their day. They challenged the warfare. They challenged the injustices. Jesus went into the temple and overthrew the money changers, and these were, and the great prophets of the Old Testament, Elijah and Moses, these were political activists who came to earth, if you accept the religious texts, who came to earth as God's prophets to bring God's message of justice and equality in a normal life. So historically, you can't separate religion from politics, and the values of the two are what we need to look at. And therefore, what's going on in Jerusalem has to be seen as a political struggle and national struggle, whereas what's going on in Mecca is a religious devotion process.
All right, Rami Khouri, thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it very much.